All right. Hi, everybody. This is Son Nguyen, and I decided to go live because I kept trying to record this video. I kept starting it over and over, and it just wasn't happening. So I figured if I just went live, it would just be easier for me to just like talk to you guys and be like, all right, this is what the reading is. So we are doing a pick a card reading on how to make the most out of your March 2020. Where this idea basically came from was I was going to originally do a pick a card reading on career, how to make meet like certain money goals or something. I forgot exactly what it was. I might have the question still written out somewhere. I did write it down. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. So actually, I don't remember the exact phrasing I used, but it was basically like a how to make more finances this March kind of reading. And I thought, I kind of just want to do a pick a card on how to make the most out of your month in general. So then everyone can decide for yourselves like what the reading can be about, whether it's about money or if it's about health or just personal goals or just all other areas that we can work on for balance. So, yeah, I hope that gives enough context. Basically, this is kind of a finance career oriented reading, but it's still focused on just the month itself and just making the most out of your March. So, if you want to pick a reading based off of crystal, feel free. I will show you guys. Hold on. Ooh, and hey, it's the new moon in Pisces card. That's funny because March, this is Pisces season. Um, but yeah, I have 3 crystals right here. So I think this is like a clear quartz or something. But this one right here is reading number 1. This is definitely lapis lazuli, and this is reading number 2. And this is a rose quartz, and this is reading number 3. So you can listen to all 3 messages. You can listen to one or some. You can listen to them in any order, whatever you want to do. Since this is a live reading, anyone who tunes in at this time, like, you can't skip ahead in the video, unfortunately. But for those of you who watch this after this is not pre-recorded, but after this is like officially streamed and uploaded or published or whatever, you can go to the timestamps that are in the description box below to get your message. They also might be in the comments. Sometimes I have a few lovely subscribers. Shout out to Jazz and Tarot, who sometimes puts the timestamps in the comments as well. Hi, Tammy. I will be doing a pick a card reading. I'm basically just uploading this as like a video. I kept trying to record, but I kept stuttering and starting over. So I was like, I'll just go live. And then it's like so then it's like a one take kind of deal. But yeah, basically we're doing a pick a card and picking off of these 3 crystals. This long clear crystal is reading 1. This lapis lazuli is reading number 2. And this rose quartz is number 3. And you can't skip ahead yet because it's live, but people who watch this later, after it's like fully uploaded, I'll have timestamps in the description box below. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with reading number 1. I also don't mind if you like talk about which one you chose, Tammy, and like which one resonates. And anyone else who enters, if like a reading resonates with you while like this is happening, let me know. So, how to make the most of your March in 2020. Tries to skip ahead just cuz. So, reading number 1, making the most of your March. Ooh, well, this is interesting because this comes out reversed, but my deck is actually the way it is. See, it's already upright. So, Queen of Cups comes out reversed, and the Two of Pentacles or like upright. Either which way. So reading number 1, I'm getting this message that something you can do to make the most of your March is to really work on balancing you with your emotions. Um, Definitely. I'm getting, yeah, that your emotions are out of balance. So that's what I'm getting for reading 1. Oh, and as for how in-depth these readings are going to be, we're going to start just a little general and then go a little bit deeper, a little more specific. But yeah, it's a general reading, so it probably won't resonate with everyone. Guilt. Okay. So reading number 1, you're having a difficult time balancing out your emotions and you are feeling guilty about where you're at in life. Like if you're feeling this sort of sense of like, am I going to be okay? You know, how am I going to get to the next stage financially? Have I made mistakes? Should I be more prepared? Like, am I underprepared? There's all these kinds of feelings that I think this guilt is attached to. So that's what I'm picking up on. So let's get some advice for those difficult feelings. So that's the aim. That's how to make the most of the month. Obviously, I'm sure there's lots of other things too. This is just to gain some sort of insight, some sort of encouragement to help people get motivated in this now moment. Spot on so far? Yay. All right, so that's the how to make the most of your month. This is the advice for doing that. You know, sometimes it's easier said than done, right? Almost always it's easier said than done. But let's get some advice to help make it feel a bit easier. Quiet time. Well, the good news is this is a time to kind of do nothing. This is a time for quiet time. This isn't really, you don't really need to think or plan all that much. Like you can through meditation, through contemplating, you know, just like, it doesn't have to be super deep thinking is my point. Like you can just feel what you're feeling. And if you're at a place where you're confused and you feel like you need to go a bit deeper, so then you can just kind of like have just any thoughts, you know, that's why meditation is really important. Oh, good, lol. I love that. I'm resonating with this because it's like, I feel like I should be doing something, but it turns, and like that my thoughts should be deeper or that I'm not getting it. But it's like, no, it's just as like how it is of just like, this is how I'm feeling. These feelings are natural. These thoughts are natural. So yeah, not needing to feel guilty about where we're at, not needing to feel bad that we're not awakened enough, right? I see that happen sometimes in the spiritual community where people are like feeling bad. They're like, oh, I'm not awakened enough. I'm doing something wrong. That's why my manifestation's not working. And it's like, that's guilt because usually that's not the case, you know? So quiet time is the advice on how we can balance our emotions. Very self-judgy about that. That's understandable. And I just gotta say, like, I think we all relate to that. I feel like there's a lot of people on the internet. I play a part in that because I do a lot of readings and stuff. But sometimes other people, myself included, and I'm sure you at times too, sometimes it feels like even if we feel more aware, or not more like less than more, but just hi Chiwe. But even if we feel more aware in certain situations, that we still know what it feels like to feel guilty or wonder if we're doing something wrong, or if we're not like smart enough, or if we're not like healthy enough, or if we're not doing good enough, or if we're not enough. Basically, it's this feeling of like worthiness as who we are in the moment. Because if we're feeling guilty, if we're feeling like, how come we can't go deeper? How come we can't think deeper? You know, that on its own speaks measures of how we're feeling about ourselves, how we're feeling about our ego in the moment. And Chiwe, I'm getting you just got a huge synchronicity there, or like a huge confirmation about the not feeling like enough. And so, yeah, some more assistance, encouragement to let you know you're doing this. You're already you're doing it. You're always making the most of your journey. You truly are. This is the Emperor reminding you, yeah, you are still taking action steps during this time. This isn't about quitting and giving up. This is about like, if you don't know what to do, at least just be where you are and like try to quiet the guilt, try to quiet the thoughts, and like take time to yourself. You know, I feel like the time alone or quiet time is not for us to just quit, but it's for us to get to go completely into our emotions. I think the reason why our emotions are out of balance, those of you who chose reading one, is because we're not giving ourselves enough time to feel our emotions. We're trying to keep up with the pace of the world or something, or like, you know, it's like we feel it to an extent, but we push it back a little bit. Those conversations with myself in the car. Yeah. And I'm getting that's a big part of the process. Oh yeah, Chiwe, this is reading number 1. Um, and then later I'll have readings 2 and 3, and then once this is published onto YouTube, I'll have timestamps in the description below. Or hopefully someone puts them there. I might not. I might not have time, but we'll see. So the Emperor, it's like, yeah, you're still taking action, Tammy, and everyone who chose reading 1. You're still taking action steps forward, you know? So it's just about like giving yourself that time to fully invest in your how you're feeling. And it turns out that is going to be key for you to take some sort of action step. Power. Yep, it's going to feel very empowering to just honor the way you feel. If you're upset about the way you're being treated, be upset. If you're angry, be angry. If you're lonely, be lonely. I don't mean that in the sense that you're truly alone. I believe you are never truly alone. And we're all in this together, even if it doesn't feel like that at certain times. But the thing is, I feel lonely all the time, and trying to ignore that has not made it go away. So I'm not trying to make it worse for any of you listening. So if you feel like this advice is bad advice, it's okay. It does not resonate. Do not take it. But for those of you that this feels like a good, like empowering thing, if you're feeling lonely, if you know, be lonely, honor it. Like there's a song I listened to called Mirror Mirror. It's this trailer for this cartoon series called Ruby, RWBY. And the lyrics are all talking about like it's a play on like you know, like how the evil queen in the Snow White story thing, like she's like, mirror mirror on the wall, who's the wonderful one of them, or the best of them. I forgot what she says. The prettiest, the most beautiful, the lovely, I don't even know. But who's the best person ever? And then the mirror would always go to someone else, Snow White. And so this song does like a play on it, where instead of being like that kind of like evil queen, it's this character named Weiss. And for her, it's like she's singing to the mirror, and it's just like as a princess, kind of like a lonely princess. And she asks the mirror on the wall, who's the loneliest of them all? And at the end of the song, she decides and answers, I'm the loneliest of them all. But she's like so beautiful and like has substance and seems to be a person with a good, like pure heart in the whole video. You can just see it on her, in her eyes, you know? So anyways, I've been jamming to that song. I've been playing it on the piano. I've just been honoring, I am the loneliest of them all. Because there's, for me, trying to ignore it or trying not to tell people that has made things worse. So just kind of honoring it, sharing it, that has helped. And because there's reasons for it, there's reasons we feel it. So it's not just about like blindly feeling a certain way, but it's also about like identifying with it and understand and like making sure it's actually your story and your feelings and what you identify with, you know? So it doesn't have to be loneliness. It could be bitter. It could be sadness. It can be frustrated. It could feel trapped, feel attacked, hurt, abused, all of these things. These all contribute to why I feel alone, you know, at times. Past abuse, past attacks, past things. Just want to clarify. Which, by the way, I should mention for everyone, we are currently in Mercury retrograde. Please remember that. Please know this time is going to pass. Mercury will go direct March 9th. So we've only got like a week to go. So truly, make it through Mercury retrograde. I believe things will get better. Ooh, have a good dinner, Tammy. All right, sounds good. Aw, big hugs. The other day. And yeah, distancing ourselves will happen a lot. So anyways, this comes up, which is hold your vision, and it says hold your vision reversed. Yeah, definitely reversed. If you guys are wondering how I decide sometimes, I'll just kind of like toss it and I'll let it fall wherever, and I'll just like see it how it the next time I pick it up. So this hold your vision about certain things, and also change your mind at the same time. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the last message for reading number 1. That, you know, things don't have to go a specific way, but hold on to your own power, hold on to your own vision, right, of what you really want. Don't hold on to other people's visions, hold on to your vision. So this is a very important time to just be by yourself, get in touch with your emotions about how you truly feel, about what you truly want, what you truly desire. What do you truly feel you deserve? You know, you truly deserve something. What is it? Like, get in touch with that and hold your vision about that feeling and not anybody else's. So that's the last thing for reading 1. Thank you all so much for listening. I'm sending so much love and light, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. I'm actually going to put on some music. Whoa, 2 flames went out. So this is definitely... Whoa, all 3 flames went out. Wow. Okay. So, for those of you who chose reading number 2, hopefully if anyone can write the timestamps, this was the 18-minute mark, that would be greatly appreciated, but it's a-okay if not. Welcome in everybody, if anyone is coming in. Good night, Chiwe. We're getting started with reading 2. If you rewind all the way to the beginning of this live stream, you'll hear this is a pick a card reading, and you can choose reading 1. This is reading 2, and then I'll have reading 3 shortly after. But yeah, for those of you who chose reading number 2, I do want to get, I do want to get started and let you guys know we are currently in Mercury retrograde, and Mercury will go direct March 9th. It's just about a week away. So for any of you who've been going through a tough time, just know that we really only have like a week to go in terms of the Mercury retrograde, which is playing a big role in anything we're experiencing right now, to be honest. So please keep that in mind for yourself, for like if it's been difficult to have patience with where you're at right now. So how can you make the most out of your March 2020? We get the Emperor. This is starting right where reading number 1 left off. We got this card in reading 1. So you can make the most of March by taking action, taking initiative and leadership in what it is that you do, what it is that you feel called to do, what it is that you feel you know a lot about or that you care a lot about, something that you just feel like you identify with. So for me, piano. So it's like I really identify with piano. I really just want to play piano. That's just who I am. So I do that. And same with this reading, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm a tarot reader. I really like to read cards. So taking initiative. So hopefully that's resonating for any of you who chose reading 2. We also get Irene, peace. So taking peaceful action. This is saying not to force yourself to take initiative. This is not saying that, oh, you're not doing enough, you have to put in more work, you have to do more. It's like, no, this is saying please make your peace with where you're at, and just understand that everything is in action, including breathing. And so the most important thing for you to do in this perspective anyways, in this reading, for those of you this resonates with, is just focusing on peace, manifesting more peace into your life, and taking action steps that fight for peace. How do you know if it's fighting for peace? If what you do does not target someone, you know, if what you do isn't out to lash out on anyone or react to somebody in a harmful way for yourself or anyone, in a conflict type of way. Peace and war, you know? So how you'll know if you're taking peaceful action is if when situations come up, you react in a way where you separate from the situation, or you peacefully explain that your feelings were hurt, something like that. So basically, if you're keeping peace, if you're not hurting anyone, if you're not trying to hurt anybody, this is saying you are already making the most of your March. Yeah. And for those of you, if you feel like people have gotten hurt, if you're feeling guilty, just know that, like, you're doing your best. And if you know you're not trying to really hurt anyone, like, that's sort of what counts too. So let's get a card about how you're feeling about this whole taking action towards peace. Determination, determined. I'm getting, it's more so, yeah, there might be some moments where, yeah, people have gotten hurt. Even the most, like, harmless butterfly can still hurt things, you know? It's like people and things still get hurt. So it's not about, like, that you're perfect and that, like, you don't touch anything, you've done 0 damage, you're absolutely perfect and, like, completely always number 1 peacemaker. It's like, no, but it's about it's more so about the fact that you're determined, and that you set that intention, that even when you react, even when you take action that's for bettering yourself and people end up getting hurt, that you forgive yourself and you forgive anyone. Not excuse anyone for what they've done, but forgive anyone in the sense of, like, I don't need to tell you that you've hurt me. I am fine on my own. That's sort of forgiveness to me. Being fine with the situation in the sense that you will no longer put up with the situation. Forgiveness. So sometimes people try forgiveness, but it's more that they're making excuses for the person of, like, oh, well, they didn't mean it, or, oh, well, they've grown, they've changed. It's like, did they? So your determination is how you're feeling about this. You're feeling determined, and that you have strong, like, peacemaker vibes. You are a very big healer. You're a huge empath. Those of you who chose reading number 2, you are an amazingly good person, basically. You know, I'm not trying to inflate anyone's ego or whatever, but I don't think it's a bad thing to give ourselves a healthy ego. You are a good person. You are a peacemaker. Some of you could be like a life path number 2. And you just add up all the digits to your birthday or something like that, and whichever number it lies on, that's your life path number. Or something like that. You can search it up, but yeah. Or life path number 9, I feel that. Just something of wisdom and peace. So, yeah. Let's just get a few final messages for reading number 2. So what's going on? So I feel like you are making the most of your March. But sometimes just keeping the peace, we feel like, are we really? So let's see a little bit deeper. What's going on? Yeah, you're grieving. You're going through a hard time. You are processing difficult experiences, painful experiences that have happened, recent and past. Woo! Two of Cups. And the truth is, whatever you've had to grieve or lose, it has made way for something, for someone new and special who treats you right, who treats you with respect. I'm resonating with this. I'm currently grieving and losing a lot of certain past experiences. I'm letting it go. But it's very sad. And yeah, it makes way for new love to enter your life. So anything you're grieving or going through at this time, these are not the only people, places, or things or experiences that you'll have. There are more experiences out there for you. And for some of you, what's happening right now is that you're already experiencing those new things that are out there for you. They're already here, and they're going to start becoming more and more clear in the coming weeks. Two of Swords. And some of you, this is connected to this energy. Some of you, you're grieving and feeling stuck on the past, and you're still connecting it to someone because you're at a standstill with them. So yes, that connection will be ongoing, but this coming together doesn't have to be dependent on that one connection that you know is like a Two of Cups person for you, you know? That's a standstill. That's going to be its own timeline for if it ever happens. And then in the meantime, new love can enter your life in a connection that's not so much on a standstill. That's kind of what I pick up on. Yeah, the Nine of Cups, something where it's like you can celebrate with people who are like, hey, you know, we see that those guys are on a standstill, but we're here for you right now, you know? So there will be loved ones who are here for you in the now moment, even if there are other connections that are on standstill, or, you know, it's like, what's sucky about this is like the people who they've played a role in creating this energy and they're still around, but they're not making any changes to show you that they want to treat you better, or that they like are here for you. They're not showing you that they're here for you. The ones that there's this standstill energy with. And yeah, and then I just get there's some sort of true love that is here for you and wants to create this energy of like, let's open up space so that there are people here for you. So that's what's going on, and that's what's happening. So keep the peace. Some of you are Pisces, for sure. Which makes a lot of sense. Some of you as a water sign might have been drawn to the water looking crystal, lapis lazuli, right? So let's get just some final messages. With this deck, we get submerged in blessings. So this is saying like, yeah, just there's some sort of blessing that's submerged right now. Some sort of blessing you're not seeing quite yet. Hi, Ayana. It's been a while. Things have been hard. Our birthday is coming up. This is reading number 2, by the way. I hope you're doing well. I bet it's been challenging. It's been challenging for me. If you still want to book a reading later, I would still very much love to do that. Please let me know. I would appreciate it. But yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I'm like the opposite. I've been so tired. I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up and my body will ache and I'll just feel more tired. And I'll try to eat and drink water and stuff. But yeah, it's not the most energy like kinds of foods. Like I have a bag of chips, you know? So there's a few things where it's like, yeah, but I'm doing my best. 2, job has you working so much. That's okay. That's understandable. I'm sure a time will open up. And if you want to just get a pre-recorded reading, you could always email me or you can DM me what your questions are, what you want the reading about. And we can just go with like the regular pricing. I can even do sliding scale if like you're having any difficulties and you need like some, you know, financial leeway or whatever. I'm truly a donation-based system, like low key. There are some people who will email me when they hear that, but they'll be like, give me my reading. And it'll be like, is this person cursing me? And it's like, I'll respond. I'll be like, hey, I don't think there's a, well, like, here's my opinion. I'm wishing you the best. And then like, you know, if you still feel you want an email or a reading after this, let me know. But I think maybe just healing in time might be something you need. Or like if there are people who are making you feel unsafe, that you should get away from those people. Or like, yeah. Anyways, I'm going on a whole tangent. Okay, cool. I look forward to your DM. After this live stream, I'm going to be driving to pick up, to pick someone up. And then I'll be back. But yeah. All right, so some final messages for reading number 2. You know, a big one being that you're just not seeing the blessing yet. This is definitely connected to Mercury retrograde. So keep that in mind. Show the world the real you. It's also connected to you are going to need to dig deep. You're going to need to dive deep and find your inner peace. It's who you are. And you will find it. And I'm going to skip this song. Or I'm going to go back. Yeah. So be your most authentic self is like just the final thing. And it's like if you're just being yourself, the blessing will over time reveal itself to you because that's who you are. You're the kind of person who just naturally finds blessings. You naturally figure things out and like realize that you're like a good person or that you're a peacemaker and that good things are actually happening and that you're right on schedule. It's one of those moments where you're laughing of like, I had nothing to worry about after all. Because all this good stuff happened, but I wouldn't have known. I could have only known if I made it here. And then it's like that kind of beautiful blessing where you're laughing and you're crying, you know? So I see that coming up for you, reading number 2. So I hope that resonates. Thank you so much for listening. Whoever chose this reading, I'm sending lots of love and light, and I'll talk to you all later. Take care. I don't remember the timestamp for reading 1, but any of you listening right now, if you choose readings 1, 2, or 3, reading 2 started at the 18-minute mark. And reading number 1 maybe started around like the 3-minute mark, something like that. But like 18-minute mark for sure, reading number 2. 3333 will be reading number 3. So that's the timestamp. So for those of you who chose reading number 3, how can you make the most out of your March? Wow, we got cards right away. We get the Fool, the Empress, and I think it's the Queen. Yep, the Queen of Wands, which all give a very yellow, vibrant, fiery, warm energy. Passion, right? Love, makes sense. Rose quartz, and then we get lots of fire. These all represent fire to me. Also earth, of course. The Empress sort of represents Virgo. Queen of Wands is like fire signs. The Fool, more fire energy. Yeah. And there's a little bit of air energy in there for sure, because these are all very logical energies, but in different ways. The Fool, it's weird that I feel an air energy, because when people think of the Fool, they're like, oh, they're careless, they're putting no thought. But no, actually, the Fool, they're brave, they're courageous, and they're ready to take a leap of faith into self-love and self-care. So how you can make the most out of your month is to trust yourself. Take a leap of faith, basically. And some of you are like, on what? On you. On me about what? Literally just anything you do, anything you're thinking, anything you're feeling. To just take a leap of faith purely on yourself. Completely believe in yourself that you know how to do this, whatever this is. I know how to play the piano. I know how to flip cards. I know how to enjoy some lemonade. I know myself. I know I can do these things. I can do this. So this sort of like, Ayana. Yeah, me too, right? It's like, I feel this energy so strong. I wonder if you're wait, what's your moon sign and your rising? I'm an Aries moon. So I've got a lot of the fire coming through in here. But yeah, this is like a melting pot reading 3. A lot of you listening could be like any sign, of course. But yeah, so Taurus. That's funny. Taurus also gives me this Empress energy. The Hierophant is also sort of like Taurus's energy. Wow, I have a friend who's a Pisces Sun, Taurus Moon. Wow, and I think she's a rising Taurus too. But it could be something different. All right, Damara, guiding children. So, reading 2, this is saying you are good at helping, counseling, and healing others or children. Hi, I mean Gemini. Use your skills to help children now. So this to me is about your inner child. This is like, once again, like doing the things that you do just purely based off of like who you are, you know, what you identify with, your inner child. So those things I listed: piano, lemonade, honey, running, exercise. I love to run. Spending time with loved ones, just doing things that we really enjoy doing. So that comes through again. So reading 3, this is, we're reaching the end here. All right. So what's going on is you're moving forward on your journey. There is something ahead of you. And I think you're way more prepared than you think, reading number 3. Definitely. This is saying, have faith that you are an empress, that you are a god, that you are a goddess, you are a creator, you are beautiful, your body is a temple, you know? Queen of Wands. That's how I feel about God and goddess. I think of temple. I think of like, your body is a temple. You deserve the utmost love and respect, you know? Why can't you be a god? Why can't your body be considered a temple? Why aren't you being worshipped? You know, self-respect of like, and just giving that to yourself, worshiping yourself. I think it's a great feeling. I think people should try it sometime. Like, that's like my whole life, just sort of like knowing that's like, I should be being like given like compliments and rewards and like like smiles and what am I trying to say? Sorry. Smiles and like friendly faces everywhere I go. People who say hello. Over here in this place I live at, when I walk, everyone looks so upset. They don't look at you. They stare like right the other way. Or if they do look at you, they're like, like they're angry that you smiled at them. And it's like, what is your problem? One time I was walking Lucky, R.I.P. Lucky, for those of you who didn't know. One time I was walking him, and it was early in the morning, and this guy, like, our dogs met up, and he was like, I don't have time right now. And I was like, okay, have a good day, sorry. It is so annoying, right? So, look, and this person has a smile on his face, their face right there, see? If you can see it. So, you are moving forward with a smile on your face, You're moving to a place where people, woo, the world, look at this, smile. You're moving to a place where all the seasons have people who see you. I'm going to leave that there. Yeah. And you don't have to wonder how everyone is thinking or feeling. You can just be in your own experience for a change. That could be very well a part of it. There's a lot of things where they're just so focused. Yeah, they're hurting, you know. Lots of things are going on. They're like, I don't have time to care about other people. Like, I'm having stuff, you know. That kind of feeling. That's all over here. Let's pick this song. So what else are you moving towards with this? You're moving towards a change of scenery. The season's changing. So what's happening there? Ooh, the King of Swords. You're in a place where you get very honest. This is someone who's taking you seriously and like able to communicate and keep a conversation with you, take you seriously and treat you with respect, mutual respect, right? Like the king and queen. Seeing you on your level. Someone like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let you know your body's a temple. Like, I appreciate you. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation, you know? So it's not about like smiling all the time. It's like there are times when I'm out in public, but even on my worst of days when I see people and they look at me, I want to give a bit of a smile. Even when I'm in the middle of breaking down, sobbing and grieving. I'm just like that. I don't know. It's not faking it. It's not like I gotta force a smile. That's in my mind a little bit because it's like I don't want to bring anyone down. So I don't understand why it's so easy for other people where they're like, I'm gonna show you I'm upset. And it's like, okay. Like, that's like conflicting intentions. Those are not the most peaceful intentions. They're not like negative intentions, but they're just like, what is your problem type of thing. But that's how I feel about anything. Like, even the worst of situations, like the most abusive, awful people, basically, I'll still see it as like, what's their problem? So this deck really wants to speak a lot, the Moonology. So the moon really wants to communicate with you, reading number 3. So some of you could really be a Pisces. I know 2 of us are. Ayana and I, we share the same birthday. So it's just funny that we're Pisces on the same day. And I just wonder, like, different year, different place. So I wonder how our charts are also very different already because I'm an Aries moon, she's a Taurus moon. So it's already like, there's like lots of parallels that I'm sure are going to be discovered about us. But anyways, this says, don't let the past hold you back. Lots of don'ts. There's do's and don'ts going on right now. Don't let the past stop you. Don't let these negative people stop you. I'm done saying negative Nancy's. I just like saying that because it's like, I like alliterations, but I don't want to give anyone named Nancy a bad vibe, you know, or a bad rep. Hi, Gitana. We are on reading number 3. So we're doing readings 1, 2, and 3. Reading number 1 is this crystal. Reading number 2 is the lapis lazuli. And reading 3 is the rose quartz. Reading 1 is around the 3-minute mark. Reading 2 is at the 18-minute mark. And reading 3 is at the 33 mark. And this is reading 3. So yeah, we're getting lots of do's and don'ts. Don't let your past stop you. Don't let past old negative situations like hold you back. Don't let pride get in your way. This is connected to determination. Let me draw a different card from somewhere else in there. Love vibes. This is connected to love vibes. So don't push the right connections out. Don't let the wrong connections in, and don't push the right connections out. So saying like, allow love to enter your life. Luck is on your side. Bring love into the situation. Wow, synchronistic. Communication is key. and you are good enough. So you are good enough already for love. You already deserve love. You already deserve to have the best March. You already deserve to have money and to have food and to feel healthy and to feel happy and, appreciated and worshiped and respected, right? You deserve to feel wise. You're welcome, Gitana. Thank you for listening. I'm glad my readings can help, even if it's just a little bit. And then this card is here again. Show the world the real you. So Aquarius vibes. Some of, maybe one of these signs is you. We've got Aquarius, we've got Sagittarius, we've got, to me, this is Pisces, this is Gemini, and we've got Virgo. I think that's all of them. And Leo. But, of course, this is a big melting pot. This is kind of just anyone and everyone. So, yeah, those are some messages I'm getting to let you know that might help you make the most out of your March. Like, yeah, don't let anyone stop you from making the most out of your March, because just being there for yourself and knowing you deserve the most for yourself, not most like more than anyone, but just like the most, like the utmost, the best, the highest of conditions, the highest treatment, like unconditional love. It's not about like saying like everyone has to match your like high expectations. It's not like that. It's just like if someone wants to be giving energy that you give, like if anyone wants to be in an equally giving relationship or connection with you, they're going to have to be able to match your vibe pretty much. And that's sort of like a core thing. So it's not about matching the expectations, but it's just about matching the vibrations, the feeling, the vibes, love vibes. So if someone wants to, if you want that, like, you got to be willing to, like, take a chance on love. Are you going to be a knight in shining armor? Are you going to take initiative? Are you going to be there for the person no matter what? Are you, and I feel like the thing is, a lot of us, we're hurting about this because deep down, that's who we already are. We're already the kind of person that does all of that, who wants to, give our all to love. Because love, we kind of hope that love would give its all to us, because that's what love is supposed to be. Love is giving, love is embracing and inclusive. It lets you in. So, yeah, those are the messages that I have for reading 3. Thank you all for being here with me. Ayana, I look forward to reading your DM later. I'm going to head out now that it's 2:40. And so, yeah, I'll talk to you all later. I'm sending so much love and light. And once again, I hope this reading was helpful and that it resonated with you. And I will see you all later. Peace out.